Hello and welcome to AJ Storytime channel for kids. If you are new to my channel, please don't forget to subscribe and hit the little bell. Tonight we have a really nice book from Little People Big Dreams called Bruce Lee. This is the story of a little boy born in San Francisco. His parents named him Lee Jung Fan, but the nurse at the hospital gave him the name that became famous, Bruce. He was a young boy when his family moved back to Hong Kong, where his dad was a well-known opera star. Soon Bruce followed in his footsteps and became a child actor. Bruce was a lazy student who didn't like going to school much, but he was very interested in martial arts. He wanted to learn the secrets of Wing Chun, a sort of kung fu taught by an old grandmaster. Bruce was good at almost anything from boxing and fencing to dancing the cha-cha, a Latin dance that everybody wanted to learn and that he grew up to master. But Bruce also had a talent for fighting on the streets and messing with the local gangs. One day his parents decided to send him back to America to keep him out of trouble. The night before his departure, Bruce made a promise to become a better person. He knew that mistakes can be forgiven if one has the courage to admit them. He crossed the Pacific Ocean as a cha-cha teacher, and once in the U.S. he studied philosophy and got a job teaching Wing Chun to his fellow students. Once he graduated, Bruce opened 3 martial arts schools on the West Coast, where he mixed the best of what he had learned to create his own combat method, Jeet Kune Do. He was so fast that one time he knocked out an opponent with 15 punches and a kick in a fight that only lasted 11 seconds. It was said he could catch a grain of rice in midair with his chopsticks. Bruce got a part in a TV series, but he struggled to make it to the big screen in Hollywood, so he returned to Hong Kong, where he was offered the main role in his first martial arts movie, The Green Hornet. He fought with the grace of a dancer and the charm of an actor, and soon he was even writing, directing, and producing his own movies. Bruce made martial arts so popular that Hollywood finally gave him the opportunity he had longed for. He became the most famous Asian American movie star ever when he played Lee in Enter the Dragon, the king of kung fu movies. And by having in himself faith in never giving up, little Bruce became a hero for everyone and the person he always dreamed he would be. This is Bruce Lee, born in 1940 and died in 1973. I have one more book for you. From Little People, Big Dreams, Prince. Little Prince was the son of a piano player and jazz singer. He was not born with a crown on his head, but he inherited his father's stage name and the most amazing musical talent ever seen in Minneapolis, Prince Rogers Trio. At home, Prince wasn't allowed to play his dad's piano, but that didn't stop him from sneaking down and doing it anyway. Age 7, he wrote his first song. It was called Funk Machine, and it made his sister Taika dance. When Prince's parents got divorced, his mother married another music lover who took him to see James Brown, the godfather of funk. Prince couldn't help jumping on stage to dance with the chorus girls. School wasn't his thing, but at the Minnesota Dance Theater, he proved to be a bright student. Prince explored movement and self-expression, longing to mix his music with dance. He was just 19 when he got a chance to go to California and record his first album. Like in the studio, he did everything, writing, composing, singing, arranging, even playing all 27 instruments. But it was his second album, Prince, that made him a superstar. From that day on, everything he did became a success. He made his own rules and then broke them all just because he could. Prince loved moving like a cat in high heels, something that at the time only women dared to do. He also used falsetto in many of his songs, singing at his highest pitch. He could feel the sound shaking above his head. He lived to be on stage, frontlining his band with spectacular guitar, fireworks, and the funkiest dancers. After a concert for thousands of fans, he would keep playing all night just for his friends. During his career, Prince included amazing female musicians in his bands, drummers, singers, keyboarders, and guitar players. These women became not just his close collaborators, but the inspiration for many of his songs. He also played the lead actor in a movie named after one of his most beautiful songs, Purple Rain. The film became a blockbuster. The song and him and its soundtrack is still one of the greatest albums of all time. For Prince, everything was music, from an actor's laugh to the sound of a window breaking. When he worked on a movie called Batman, the director was amazed by the way he mixed sounds together to create the coolest tracks. For years, he changed his name to a symbol impossible to pronounce that united the feminine and masculine side in all of us. During that time, people called him the artist formerly known as Prince, a free spirit that no one dared to label. And 1,000 songs later, Little Prince, the great mixer of funk, rock, and pop, showed the world that life is not meant to be black or white, but a beautiful rainbow of color, free from limits. This is Prince, born in 1958, died in 2016. I hope that you enjoyed the regular story time for today. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Bye.